Hello. Can you just introduce yourself and tell us your major?
Yeah, so my name is Molly Parker, and I'm in the Occupational Therapy Assistant program at Arkansas State University.
Okay, so we're going to get started, and I'm just going to ask you some questions about your experiences with A-State and how they have shaped your concept of A-State as a university.
Okay.
What made you choose A-State in picking a college? Why did you decide to come to A-State?
So I chose Arkansas State because I'm from Missouri, and I really wanted to go into the OT program. And in Missouri, there's not very many schools that offer occupational therapy, and Arkansas State is close to Missouri, so we get in-state tuition, so it's financially was the best option for me.
Okay, so you said you're from Missouri and you're going to school in Arkansas. How has living away from home while attending A-State helped shape your college experience?
So being an out-of-state student has really shaped me as a person. It has made me grow in different ways than I ever thought I would, and it has made me become more independent.
Okay, and so how do you think, when you arrived on campus, first, before you knew anybody in Arkansas, do you think that the A-State community welcomed you well, and how did they help make your transition into college life easier?
Yes, so they made it super easy. I remember when I first moved into Case, on move-in day, they had this church community that would help carry our stuff inside. And they literally took it from our cars all the way upstairs to our room, carrying everything. They didn't make us carry anything. And while we were doing that process, they just talked to us, introduced themselves, talked to us about becoming freshmen. They just tried to get to know us. We made quick friendships with them. They were just super sweet, kind of people.
Okay, and as far as friendships, have you found it, when you got to college, did you find it easy to connect with people and find friends? And how did you find was the best way to get connected?
So I am a pretty social person, so I connected with people and made friends easily and quickly. But I know some people aren't like that, and they do struggle more in that area. So me and my roommate became pretty close friends right off the bat. And I would suggest to incoming freshmen to have a roommate if they're living on campus, just to make that other close friendship, just have that other one person to rely on. And to also I'm in a healthcare program, so we have we're all in we take the same classes together, so we see the same people over and over. So my program just kind of clicked together, and we just have massive friend groups within. But for programs and other majors that aren't like that, I would just suggest maybe sitting next to the same person every day and just talking to them, or just maybe sitting next to somebody different every day and just talking to somebody else. Just try to make that casual conversation.
Okay, and how have you been able to, throughout your years on campus, how have you been able to get involved with organizations or within your department?
So I'm not super into organizations on campus. At A-State, I was in high school, but I am in this healthcare program, and it takes up a lot of my time, so I don't have a lot of time to be in organizations. But I was in the future intern program, and that program really benefited me and taught me how to become more professional. And we had job interviews. They really just helped us learn how to become more professional and to set us up for our future.
Okay. What would you say would be your favorite memory from your A-State?
My favorite memory from Arkansas State is getting into the college, of course, and then also getting into the health studies program and the occupational therapy program. It was just a great memory because my hard work was finally paying off. I finally got into the college I wanted, and then I finally got into the program that is my dream job that I finally get to do.
That's good. How do you think A-State and your program, Occupational Therapy, how do you think that has helped prepare you for life after college?
So my program has really helped me with my future career because we do focus so much on professionalism that we learn to be there early and not on time. We have a dress code. We learn how to listen, how to talk to people, how to sympathize and empathize with people, and not just be there in the moment. We learn how to advocate for ourselves and for our profession, and that is something today that is very big.
Okay. What are some of the amenities on campus that you've taken advantage of, and what is your experience like with those amenities?
I have definitely taken advantage of the library and the writing center. I haven't really used the tutoring or the counseling center, and then there's a speech center that you can go and practice speeches. I haven't really used those. But I definitely have taken advantage of the library and the writing, and I suggest that incoming students and all students, if you haven't taken advantage, that you should. It's a great experience.
Okay, and also, if you could go back now, having the experiences that you have with A-State as of now, do you think you would choose A-State again if you had the chance?
Yes, I would definitely choose A-State again, just because you can't take back those memories, and I would not get the memories that I have today at anywhere else.
Okay, and last question, what advice would you give to any incoming freshmen considering coming to A-State?
My advice would be to just really talk to people, get involved, make new friends, make connections with people that you haven't before, because these are the people that you will cherish for the rest of your life.
Okay, thank you, Molly.
You're welcome.